Penis.
Dun, dun,
Hi,
dun.
Nick. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Macwell Star, with special guest tonight over in the kitty corner. We got
Nick's
the
butt.
Fuzz. That's Scott's butt over there, actually. Actually, if you look at Scott's video, you can probably see my butt. One of these times I'm going to fart. Anyway, tonight we are doing, this is officially the 4th anniversary of Beer Analysis 101. Yes, we started on, I think, August 16th, 2017. So this has been a long time coming, and we got a super fucking special beer, courtesy of Greg, actually. He's the one that sent this. I think when this is, of course, Amsterdam's 2020 version of Double Tempest Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout in the limited edition Rye Barrel Edition, which I think I'm giving too much of my history of this beer away, but when Double Tempest Day hit, I think I bought these online and then got you to pick them up at the brewery and you shipped them to me. Is something along those lines?
I don't remember how exactly it worked. I think you bought some. I bought you some. Money was exchanged, possibly some.
Yeah, I paid. I always pay for your services.
Well, yeah, and it's sometimes cash, sometimes not.
Well, okay, sometimes cash, sometimes bicycle seats.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, so let's get down to who we have with us. Starting, of course, with Big Booty Fuzzy Daddy.
Big Booty Fuzz.
That's right, baby. The Big Booty Fuzzy Daddy's here, and I'm in Nick's house. Ha! That's right. And my Fun Dip hat. That's right. I got nothing else to say.
All right. Let's move over to the Rouge Beard. Rye Barrel Beard. Hi, Rye Beard.
Hi. Hello.
How you doing tonight?
I'm well. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not doing too bad.
Good stuff.
Got a really, really, really nice beer to drink tonight. Word. All right, so let's go over to Professional Greg.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg. Nice ties.
Yes, it's fourth anniversary, 4th ties. I'm a classy motherfucker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I should have gotten my hair looks terrible. That was awful.
You got all the ties, and then they got the one specific tie for the bloody mess that you guys sometimes create on the show.
Well, now you've just hurt my feelings, Nick, so I have nothing more to say.
Love you, Gord.
I mean, to be fair, Arnold probably does a lot of that mess.
You know what? That's true. We'll blame the dog.
He's a troublemaker. That's why my wife is walking him now, so he'll be.
Oh, really?
A little calmer, but not much. He's still a psycho.
Well, he's gonna get older and hopefully wiser, like his dad.
No, he'll probably be a psycho and die, just like his dad.
Oh God. All righty. Speaking of which, let's go over to Mr. Ashfish.
Hey,
Ashley.
How's it
Ashley
going?
Sexton Brewing Co. How are you doing tonight, sir?
doing great. Thank you. Hope everyone's doing well.
We are.
Excited to be here. 4 years. Can't believe it. I've only been here for what, 2.5 or something like that? Doesn't really fucking matter.
I think you started hanging. You went to the On the 10th bottle share at Chris's place.
Yeah, I did.
That
So
was
maybe
that was
3 years
2018.
then?
So it's been over 3 years of putting up with this shit.
3 years. So
I think that's even.
Putting up with you.
Putting up with
for a
you,
long time,
fuckers.
Man. Jesus,
You
man.
specifically.
Years wasted, man. God damn it. Anyways, glad to be here. Cheers.
Alrighty, so let's put me front, left, and center here, and I'm going to read the history, which we already did Amsterdam on a few times on this panel, so we don't really have to go incredibly into detail, but we could say that Amsterdam traces its origins to the Amsterdam Brasserie Brew Pub, which opened by Roel Brammer in September 1986 in the Toronto Entertainment District. The brewery itself was opened in 1998, and the pub closed in 1993. And Roel Brammer eventually sold the brewery to the current owner, Jeff Carefoot, in 2002. Anyway, so in 2011, Amsterdam released what was their Tempest Imperial Stout, which was a 9% ABV, 100 IBU Russian Imperial Stout brewed with rye, wheat, oats, roasted barley, and Warrior, Centennial, and Cascade hops. Originally, it was given a limited brewery-only release. The Tempest was given a full release to LCBO's province-wide in 2012, followed by availability outside of Ontario in 2013 and 2014 before being discontinued for a few years. and it popped up again in like 2018 when we did a beer analysis on it. So Tempest has won. It's the base stout for this. The Tempest has won several awards, including silver at the 2011 Ontario Brewing Awards and bronze at the 2013 Canadian Brewing Awards. But the story gets much more interesting afterwards because Amsterdam followed up the success of this with their Double Tempest, a special version of Tempest with the malt and hop bills doubled up and then barrel aged for an extended period of time. First released in 2013, this brewery-only release was subsequently put out every year in November on what has become known as Double Tempest Day, and is one of the most anticipated yearly releases on the Ontario craft brewing scene. Double Tempest, which we did the 2019 version of last year on Beer Analysis. Double Tempest has gone on to become an award-winning brew, winning silver at the 2016 Canadian Brewing Awards, gold at the 2019 Canadian Brewing Awards, and most recently winning the world's best flavored beer at the 2020 World Beer Awards. That's a huge honor. And they also won Canada's country winner, so the best beer from Canada at the World Beer Awards for 3 years running, 2018, 19, and 20. So that's pretty fucking prestigious.
That's insane, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so in 2020, along with the normal release of the Double Tempest Imperial Stout, Amsterdam also released a limited edition rye version, which was aged for 6 months in Woody Creek rye barrels, weighing in at 11.3% ABV and a whopping 75 IBUs. So she's big, bold, and a little bitter. Sounds like me sometimes, except for I'm not very big. Big fat wise.
You're pretty fucking bitter, Daddy.
Yeah. Well, can you blame me, Greg? All right. So
hey, you choose your friends, not me.
Nick is doing a great job of de-bigifying himself.
Well, you guys see me in person. I'm not really very tall, but I am.
No,
I guess I'm girthy. You know.
You got some volume to you.
You're like a stump.
Thanks, Stump. Thanks, Redbeard. Anyway, I'm gonna make you read the comments.
So gentle with your words, Redbeard.
We got Seku Murray here saying this beer sucks, asking a question that we'll answer later, and also saying he loves Greg. Basement comes in with a 3.75 out of 5 and saying, is Greg trying to grow a mustache? And Greg replied, no, don't need any sandwiches, thanks.
Exactly.
Yes. And Craig is here. Cheers, Craig. And Ashley. Cheers, Ashley.
Enough for a little more?
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone who just wants to know about Greg's facial growth, this is just me not shaving for a week. So yeah, I haven't hit puberty yet.
Oh.
I feel like you could potentially grow a pretty pervy looking mustache.
What, is that pervy enough at this point?
I'd
I'd be arrested if I set foot in the schoolyard.
You gotta shave the beard part.
Yeah, I know. I just have that.
Yeah. You gotta look more like Austin Matthews.
I don't know who that is, but
Hockey.
Come on, you know who Austin Matthews is, Greg.
Greg doesn't watch football, so
I don't know who Austin Matthews is.
That's inexcusable.
I honestly am not quite sure who that is either.
I'm gonna look up who Austin Matthews
What?
is.
You know what?
The name sounds
you don't watch
familiar, but I
football.
couldn't
You don't
tell
watch
you.
football, do you? You know Toronto Raptors?
I know other Toronto.
Greg knows the Toronto Raptors. So.
They don't.
I've
They're
heard
not,
of the
I know they're
Toronto
not. I know they're not a football team.
Okay, yes. So he.
Is
This
Austin Matthews the
is
captain?
Austin Matthews. Okay.
Is that Tavares?
That is a mustache for the ages, right there.
I don't have quite the mullet to work with that though. But
Greg, you look like you're selling your car. You're selling cars. Well, you're selling your car.
I mean, I'm not successfully though. That's the key thing here. However, if anyone wants to offer me $1 million for my car, I'll take it. I'll even have it professionally cleaned for you by Nick.
According to Jamie, Greg currently looks like a white
I
accountant.
do it for a cut. Give me 10%, Greg. I'll clean your car.
I pity the fool.
Hey, Nick, if I get $1 million, you can have a 10% of it.
Exactly.
I'm totally fine with that deal.
Wow, that's a really strong deal.
Cool. Woo. All right. Do we read all of them?
Yeah. All right. There we go.
All right. So let's go flip through this. Jeez, I already took a sip and I'm already fumbling my words here. Let's go over to Scott.
Yep.
Scott, this is probably pointless, but what's your history with this beer? Just leave it at none. Yeah, none. All right, let's bring up Redbeard. What's your history with this beer, or I guess history with Double Tempest in general?
I've had at least 4 or 5 different years of that particular beer. I went to Greg's place and we
had a time.
Had a glorious time, and he sent me this bottle, which I've had a couple sips of so far. So my history with this actual beer is, I don't know, 10, 20 milliliters or so. Happy, they're happy milliliters, but won't go any
Is this
further.
the only one of this version I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You sent me, I think, 2 of the regular one, which are both gone. And Greg is fantastic.
I mean, I think other than Jamie and maybe Ashley, I'm sure most of these have gone through me. I don't know, Ash, did you buy your own or did I get you it?
I honestly can't even fucking remember.
Oh. I think Ashley's high as fuck.
He can hear you. He's just trying to think.
Yeah, no, I don't remember where.
Oh, can you not hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can.
We heard you before, but you were taking an awfully long time to answer.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. No. It's probably just my internet. I got like everyone in the house is on a device right now, so it's like.
Oh, well.
Nice.
This is the time to change your Wi-Fi password.
Alrighty, so I take it that's all of Redbeard's history. So let's go over to Greg. You might as well read your history. What's your history of Double Tempest?
Well, my history, I don't even have to look it up on Untitled. I have had every version of every Tempest. The only one I haven't had is the unofficial Double Tempest, which came out in, I believe it was 2012. It was not called Double Tempest. It was regular Tempest, bourbon barrel aged. It was extremely limited release, like sold out in an hour. Never got to try it. I think it was actually a little bit of a unique beer because I think it actually was a regular Tempest that was barrel aged as opposed to a Double Tempest. Now, interesting enough, nobody really gives a shit about all the vintages I've had. Interesting enough about this is this beer. No, you don't. This beer has never been released without the barrel age. Now, recently, the last couple of weeks, Bellwoods has finally released Bring Out Your Dead non-barrel aged, which
I'm not dead.
I wasn't that blown away by, but it was nice to try. Maybe if Nick's nice, I'll send him a bottle at some point to share with the fuzz. I would love to try this beer non-barrel aged. I'm hoping Amsterdam is like, hey, you know what? There's money to be made here. Let's do this. Because this is a beer that's made specifically for the barrel. It may not even be very good on its own, but I'd still love to try it. Other than that, every year Double Tempest is awesome. It was kind of cool. They tried it out this year with a rye barrel. I mean, it's, they're printing money. Like they sell out of whatever they make within a couple days. So it's literally printing money for them. So fucking next year, put it in a goddamn rum barrel, put it in a brandy barrel, make like 8 different versions. And I'll buy 8 different versions because I'm stupid. And then I'll go bankrupt.
I would like this in a cognac barrel. If it kind of did a Bring Out Your Dead kind of thing, that would be pretty cool to try. I was actually thinking exactly what you said too about the whole like, I want them to release the non-barrel version of this now because that.
I would love them to. Now I hope they don't go the way. I don't like what Bellwoods did last year. Is how they kept creating the double barrel Tempest where they barrel aged in cognac and they barrel in something else. Because usually when you do that, in my opinion, you get one of two things: you get a muddy mess that you can't taste what the hell you're tasting, or the second barrel just takes over completely, and then you may as well have just aged in the second barrel to begin with. I never like that. I would much rather have.
I thought they were pretty good myself.
6 versions of the beer, each aged in a different barrel, and I want to be able to sit down with them, maybe with Carrie there, try them all together, get drunk, and then he violates my mouth with his fingers because that's just how things happen.
Isn't that basically, I guess, what Goose Island does with their Bourbon County crap? They have like a whole bunch of variants that come out or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I have not gotten to try most of the variants, but I hear they're quite good.
I've never tried any of that beer at all.
Actually, I don't think I've tried any variants either. I think I've only tried the regular. But, I think
saw a picture on Twitter or something where like this year I think they had like 8 variants or something.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
I mean, they have the capacity to do it. I mean, they're like one of the biggest breweries in the country. But Amsterdam's no slouch. They could do it too if they wanted to.
I feel like Collective Arts should be doing more with their barrel aged porters and stuff, and like their facility is ginormous.
I kind of miss that. There used to be a huge craze of like barrel aging stuff, and then all of a sudden, juicy, hazy hoppy beers got crazy. It's all whatever the fad is now.
I love them both.
Now
like,
it's
I love them
seltzers.
both. Like, give me a.
CBO wants seltzers.
I love super sour beers. I love like stuff like
sours were
barrel
hot
aged
for a
stuff.
while.
Hazy IPAs, non-hazy IPAs, as long as it's not like a English kind of style, like the more malt forward IPAs. Those generally
Those can be, good sometimes.
I don't mind them, but I don't crave them kind of like the juicy hazy ones.
All right, so
my history.
Yeah, let's go to Ashley.
Sorry, Ash.
Hi, Ashley.
I got no history. I mean, I've had the the regular double Tempest on this review from 2020 last year, February. We did the 2019 variant of double Tempest. So that's the last time I've had this, but I've never had this in the rye barrel. Obviously, this is my first time. So there we go. That's my history.
All right,
good time.
Let's bring me up. Not that anybody wants to listen to me. Hi, Greg. Actually, Greg is a huge contributor to me having any version of Double Tempest here. I had the 2014 bottle of Double Tempest back at the Yellow and Reynolds bottle share before the second festival, I think, which I think might have been the first night I ever met Greg.
Mm-hmm. I think I may have purple nurpled you.
Well, I wouldn't put it past you. So you were shy and hiding in a corner with Agnes there. You hadn't really come out of your shell.
I don't think Agnes was. I don't think. I mean, you're probably not wrong about me being a little more shy. I definitely was a little less out there than I am now. But I don't believe Agnes actually was there. I think she basically just dropped me off and said, "When you're too drunk to stand, come and I'll pick you up." She didn't really want to hang out in Chad's basement, to be honest.
Well,
Does anyone really want to hang out in Chad's basement?
No.
Anyway, no.
I know he's not going to see this, but that place is a pigsty.
Was before his wife left. Anyway, let's not go there. Let's keep it happy.
Yes.
So I had the 2014 bottle. I had the 2017 bottle at the time that you brought it up to the on the 10th bottle share in 2018. And of course, the last couple of years, you've sent me the 19. I don't know if you sent me a 2018 bottle, but you sent me a 2019 that we did beer analysis on. And then last winter, you sent me the 2020 bottle, which I think you sent me 2 or 3. I think you sent me 3 bottles of the regular and then the rye. And I drank 2 of the Double Tempests. I still have 1, which will be saved for a future bottle share.
I
remember.
I actually got a lot more Double Tempest than I intended to buy through a mistake on Amsterdam's part, which they were very cool about it. They just said keep them. So I think you
had like a couple of cases. You had like 24 bottles of Double Tempest or something at one point.
They sent me an extra case of it, to which they were just like, yeah, go ahead and keep it. So I was like, great. So I did share a little more with people than I intended to. So I think I sent out extra bottles on top of the original stuff if people wanted them.
Plenty there.
For some reason, I thought Redbeard had like 5 or 6 from me, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I confused that with Bring Out Your Dead. But
either way, I'm pretty sure.
I wish you would send me more of this beer.
I'm pretty sure you sent me 3 bottles.
I don't have
for the regular and then this one. So 4
I was gonna say I don't have. I've only got a couple more of these, but the regular Double Tempest I've still got lots of. If you want some 2020s, we can talk.
I do it. Another exchange.
Anyway,
I'm sure Great Lakes will release something fancy in the near future.
Yeah, maybe later. Okay, we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's talk about beer trades right now.
History. So let's go back to the main panel. Anyway, there's no more comments, and we only had 2 viewers. We had 0 viewers for a second there. Lee must have went to the bathroom or something.
Well, it doesn't. I mean, I assume he'd leave his YouTube stream on.
No, he has to pause that. He doesn't want to miss a minute of this.
Exactly.
Well, fair enough.
But you can't pause the live stream.
Yeah, you can.
You can pause humans.
You can, but then you're going to be behind.
Anyways, we are diverting from the task at hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick.
It's only 20 minutes. We talk about.
I just want to say that if we get 20 consecutive viewers, Lady Lee will pop on and show you her breasts. So,
Jesus,
come on. That is a promise. I guarantee you. We need 20 viewers all at once.
Who guaranteed that though? Did she or did you?
Yeah, I guarantee it, but I'll give her 10% of the profits.
You're hilarious.
20 viewers comes
get a
along.
view
Greg
of
suddenly
Lady
screaming
Lee.
at his wife to put on the mask and get on the camera.
Yeah, put on the Lady Lee mask. Come on, do it. Show us your B cups.
Oh, good times.
There's an inside joke there.
Little B cups.
You could, you could live inside those things.
Yeah,
Really
they're,
inside.
they're quite the B cups.
Listen, there's a homeless problem in our area. You can just send out those B cup bras everywhere.
Ah, they're like little teepees.
Yeah. I mean, they're all
Little-
like
You could use that bra for it.
It's like an igloo. Call it a bra glue.
Oh, there we go, an igloo.
And all you have to do is, you don't need these tents. Here's your B cup.
Oh, God. Well, what you could do is you could turn that thing into a slingshot that Angus could send you beers across the room with. Just go.
I mean,
Send
I
you a
feel,
beer
that would
across from the
probably,
magic fridge.
I feel that would probably cause a lot of damage to our place, but why not?
Probably be a miss and then go through the patio window.
Yeah, the Greg.
The
The relation of Greg's kitchen to that would probably not end up well. Be kind of funny though. So somebody just walking down the street, all of a sudden a beer and a hail of glass showers them in the street.
Yeah, because she'll send me the glass as well.
I was thinking the window glass, but yeah, even that could work too.
No.
Greg, are you in your kitchen right now?
No, behind what you see is my living room. My kitchen's in front of me. You cannot see my kitchen.
He has a nice kitchen. His condo is
Not terrible.
it's not huge. Like it's but it's nicely set up.
It's a good
really nice
size
place.
for a condo, but I mean, it's not going to be as big as a house because it's a condo.
It's nice. It's very nice. It's set up very nice. It's cool.
I don't mind it. It's not terrible. Although I want to move to a house soon, but that's a whole other problem I have. So,
Especially if you want to move into a house in the current city that you're in with the prices the way they are.
I don't know what's going to happen on that, but that's not for this discussion. But yeah, no, Toronto prices are crazy because shitty houses cost like $2 million.
I don't know that Ashley can read it, buddy.
I should move to Ashley City. If I could be neighbors with Ashley, that'd be amazing.
I was gonna say you can move to Welland.
But it's like a match made in heaven. Greg wants to.
It's gonna be weird though when Ashley's at work and I'll be like, "Hey Ashley, I'm at your house hanging out. What's up?"
He's got no shirt on.
No.
I never said that, Nick. I don't.
Greg's sending pictures of himself just naked on the couch with guinea pigs all over him.
Again, I didn't.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, at no point did I say my clothes would be off. I just want to clarify because
it's just assumed at this point, dude.
Greg
That's
has
funny.
a large selection of shoes. It'd be funny if he just showed up at Ashley's house naked, but with shoes on.
That would be awkward.
Yeah, he had the trench coat. The
It'd be
classic-
even
Nothing on but a
because-
smile and a pair of running shoes.
all I'm wearing is the shoes, and I'm like, Ashley, see these shoes on my feet? I want to return them. Can you help me out?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, go to Nike, because you won't buy Cole Haan shoes.
I was Arnold.
Arnold was fine.
I don't even know. I've Cole Haan.
Hold on.
It's
Google it.
I should like.
So that could
I know that clothing store.
totally makes sense now. That
Don't ask me about it,
Cole Haan
just
shoes are
Google it.
not good enough for Greg.
Just Google it.
You work there, Ashley. I want you to tell me. I want you to
I
talk.
don't want to tell you shit, man.
What,
Because
you
that's
talking about
work.
the beer?
I want you to teach me.
Because people come in and they're like, "Oh, tell me about Cole Haan." I'm like, "Oh, I gotta fucking work. I don't want to fucking work while I'm off work, so I'm not working. So Google it yourself."
Jesus Christ.
All righty. So
Follow him
we're
back.
only 23 minutes in, but do we want to decide? Just go ahead and do our final ratings.
Yeah.
I'm
All
down.
right. Let's start. You ready, Scott? Okay. I'll put you in the middle here. There you go. I'm gonna mute myself.
So, double Tempest, huh? I can really taste the fig in it. I can really taste. It's really bitter. I find it's probably better cold, and it's not quite cold. It's kind of warmed up in the last 20, 30 minutes. Little bit of. Did I say fig already? I must have said
Yeah.
fig already. No, real strong fig. Kind of lingers in the back of your tongue. It's 11% ABV, so it's pretty high alcohol, and you can taste every bit of it, baby. and dry. You want it. It's dry in the top of your mouth, the top of your throat. So you kind of want to drink more. I'm kind of sipping it because I have to kind of drive home. So I've been trying to make sure that I don't drink too much of it because I could probably get crunked off this thing. For the style, I'm gonna say an 8.5. It's pretty good on the style. Yes, I can see. And for the style,
Very mature, Nick.
8.5.
Fucking
Hey, Nick,
child.
Go right down my scores. 8.5 for style, right? Yeah. And my personal preference, I'm going to give it a 6.5.
Oh Christ!
I've never seen
Not
the
a big
back
fan
of
of
its head, but it's fantastic.
Not a big fan of it. I've had cheaper beers that I've enjoyed better.
That makes me sad.
I know.
Great,
It's just
Nick.
it's just not my style. But I gave it the proper style.
This has no chance of being our top score because you brought a scab, Nick. I hope you're happy.
I'm not a scab. I have just as good credentials as you do, Greg. Just as good.
I mean, you're not wrong. Except you don't live in Toronto, so that I don't know. Automatically,
I don't live in the fucking center of the universe.
That's right. That would automatically bring this beer up at least 3 points.
Ah,
All right, let's move on.
fine.
Let's go.
Oh, Nick, you muted yourself.
Rouge beer.
That was weird. Yeah. All right. Hey. I absolutely love this. This is phenomenal. The rye flavor comes through. Unlike Scott, I can tell it's high ABV, but I'm not getting like the warming or anything. It's actually really well done, where the ABV is kind of masked, in my opinion. Chocolatey, roasty, fucking fantasticness. This is 10s across the board for me. I love this so much.
Well, someone has to offset
Like-
6.5.
Exactly.
It's so good. I took this out probably a good half an hour, 45 minutes before the thing started, just to, for once, drink a beer at kind of the right temperature. And yeah, this is bloody brilliant. The bitterness mixing with the chocolate flavor, it's so good.
But it's like very dark chocolate.
I love dark chocolate. I love dark
Yeah.
chocolate.
It's like very.
You say
powdery
dark chocolate?
It's
Dark,
powdery.
and also dark chocolate.
Dark
Dad
chocolate.
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 Come on, Dad,
Chocolate.
chocolate.
But it's very like
Chocolate.
powdery, like the stuff like baker's chocolate.
Chocolate sounds like you farted and shit at the same time.
Chocolate.
Yeah, it's not a sweet chocolate for sure.
No.
It's this beer's goddamn gorgeous. I love it. Yeah.
I was actually going to drive this train right down the middle.
It's not me yet. It's
well,
Greg.
you know,
It's
Greg is going to
man.
bring
Oh,
us
right
right up.
next.
Jesus Christ.
This guy
Well,
like this.
I
Is
figured for our 4th anniversary, I would just give this beer a 4 because why not? No, come on, that's just.
Oh, one for
Listen, I can understand where Scott comes from. I completely disagree with him. He's wrong, and he's also a terrible person who should go swim in a sewage plant. But he's entitled to his opinion. So I mean, 10 and 10 for me. I mean, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. It's pretty close to as perfect beer as you're going to get. But let's talk about this for a second. So, this beer, I've had the advantage. I don't know, maybe a few of you had. I don't know. I've had the advantage of trying this beer. Like I've drank about 6 or 7 of these at this point. This beer was not so great when it first came out. I didn't love it when it first came out. And as this beer has sort of aged, it's almost a year old at this point. This beer has gotten better and better. This actually is a beer that's really impressed me, where it's like every bottle I have is a little bit better than the last bottle. Whereas the regular Tempest started out really strong, and then it kind of sort of plateaued, and now it's kind of in a good place, but it hasn't really significantly improved or declined. It just kind of stayed the same. Whereas this one is amazing. And no, Paul, I just saw your comment. This is not a bit thin. You would like this. This is like tar. One of the things I always love about the Double Tempest is they're never thin. Like a lot of beers become thin when they go in the barrel. This is still like tar or a dark semen just coating your throat.
My God, dude.
Greg, what the fuck?
Oh, I never realized you just said.
Happy 50th anniversary. We're doing our most professional beards review.
Yes, we are.
I didn't realize that this is actually kind of like aged for a year. I didn't even think of that.
Well, it's close to a year. I mean, it would be a year in
Like
November.
8
So I mean, we're
I've had this for a while. Jesus,
we're not quite there.
proud of
Now,
myself for drinking it.
what I like about this versus the regular double Tempest, I feel the regular double Tempest kind of it flows better. Like the bourbon seems to mix with the base beer a little bit better, so it seems coherent. This one to me, I get what I perceive to be sort of the base stout first, and then I get that little shot of rye flavor. And it's a little disjointed, but it still works for me. It's still really good. It's almost you get like a dual experience. Like it's like boom, boom. Whereas the double Tempest, it's smoother, it's a little sweet, well, a lot sweeter, and it just kind of flows better. So I mean, I almost wonder, like, I don't know if Scott's ever tried regular double Tempest, but I do think he might prefer it. I think it's a little less harsh than this one. But this one's harsh in a good way in that it kind of kicks you in the face with flavor, whereas the double Tempest sort of gives it to you nice and smooth. You know, it's like the double Tempest lubes you, and this goes in raw dog.
I think you're right in saying that I probably enjoy the regular double Tempest.
You should enjoy the lube better.
It's almost
I
like
enjoy it lubed better.
it's almost like a rich, real like espresso punch of coffee kind of.
Yeah, see, I don't like coffee at all.
There you go.
I
I hate coffee, but I love coffee and beer. As weird as that is.
No, I can't
Yeah, but
do it.
Scott hates coffee.
I like a good cup of coffee.
I hate coffee.
Coffee and beer. I like
it in beer.
To me, I don't get a ton of coffee in this. I do get the sort of bitter chocolate. I maybe a little bit of the coffee, but really for me, it's kind of the rye is the thing that really gives you the nice throat punch at the end. And it's really nice.
It mixes so well.
So again, it does. I mean, it does. It's really interesting to actually try this and the regular double Tempest because they both do it in different ways, but they both do it so well in different ways. And neither one of them is a bit thin. So there's that, Paul. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Now Ashley can come on and tell me why I'm wrong. Or right, maybe. Probably wrong.
All right. Well, let's see about it. Let's see if what Ash's final opinion is.
God.
Going to be the most legit here.
Why? No. Okay. So the nose, dark chocolate. The dark chocolate is really prevalent on this one. On the nose, I get like some like baker spice, like sort of like a cinnamon nutmeg sort of melange type of thing going on. Like a burnt caramel on the nose. On the sip, I will agree with Greg. Much to Paul's chagrin, or maybe to his boner, it does have a nice body to it. It is quite thick. It is definitely not a thin beer, and I will give it big points for that because, as Greg said, it seems as though, and maybe it's just with a lot of stuff that we have access to, but when stuff hit barrels, it goes super thin, and you don't get a nice body or thickness to it. This does retain that quite well. On the sip, sort of what the fuzz was saying, you got that plum comes through, get a nice roasted note, like a nice char, like nice malt char, tobacco. So it's like a little dirty, like earthy dirty, but that bitterness comes through as well.
Dirty.
Something you can sip in a cigar bar.
So it definitely drinks to the 75 IBU. So it definitely does have that bitter note. The only time for me though where the barrel comes through is like right on the finish, and it's actually on the breath. It's not even on like the back of my throat like an aftertaste. It's like a vapor that lingers in my mouth. Like the rye just hangs there, and it's really boozy.
I kind of agree with what you just said
on the finish. It just sort of lingers and sort of hangs around. And I was sort of hoping that the rye would come through more like as a malty like sort of hit, where you'd get a little bit of like a bready spiciness to it, but it comes off more as like an ethyl spiciness on the end. So I was a little disappointed in that. Everything leading up to that point was fantastic, but it was just a finish that sort of let me down a little bit. So to style for, I'm just going to, this is just barrel aged Imperial Stout, regardless of barrel. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. And for personal preference, because I was, everything was going so good up until like it just sort of lingered a little bit too hot on the breath. So I'll go with like a 7.75 personal preference.
What? 7.75?
You lingered too hot on my
Wow.
breath.
I love how Ashley started this whole thing by like disagreeing when Nick was like, Ashley would be the most intricate. And then he just did that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like
Ashley full on analyzed that beer right there. That was beautiful, dude. That was
I don't
that
know.
was very nice.
Well, hey, let's go with this. We're always happy.
Let's
to
be
have-
honest. Ashley's like a
Everybody's
porn star at
input.
a swingers club.
And he did it, and he did it without notes.
There you go. Yeah, I know. I have to write everything down because otherwise I'll forget.
I'm just
All
kidding.
right. Speaking of reading my notes, I'm going to read mine now. Shut up, Hubert. All right. So I got taste of dark cocoa, butter toffee, woody. I didn't get really a whole lot of rye out of this thing, but fucking hell is this thing smooth. Like compared to, yes.
I thought
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to read your notes.
Are you going to read them?
is he just looking at
It's like
porn?
fucking hell. This is
I want to know. Is
smooth.
Nick just looking at porn?
It's not thin. It's not thin, but it goes down damn easy. It's deceptively easy drinking. Lingering dark chocolate, roast coffee, and subtle peppery in the finish. So there's a little bit of the rye right there.
That's not what it says there.
These are
That's
point
funny.
notes. Like I was saying to Scott, this guy right here, the regular Double Tempest doesn't have the punchy roast dark chocolate. The rye Double Tempest is it's almost like having a chocolate bar that's 100% pure dark. Anyway, last time I invited him over.
This is just weird.
It's almost like he drank too much and he is a little drunk.
I gave
It's like-
him a quarter. I'll put it this way: I gave him like a quarter of the bottle, maybe. I have this much left.
Yeah, but he's a lightweight.
So, I mean, think about it. Like, this is our deceptively easy drink. While we've been sitting here talking, I've been getting shit faced on this shit. Like, this goes down so easy that I don't even notice. I'm just sort of sipping at it, and I'm like, oh my god, damn, this is good. Because I remember Greg talking about it when this first came out, like saying that the rye Double Tempest, it wasn't as good as the regular Double Tempest. And I'm drinking this, and I'm like, there's fucking nothing wrong with this. This
No,
stuff is
but-
awesome.
This is a beer that has really come of age. It was not this good when it was fresh. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, like, and you know what? That could be because it might have mellowed out since. But at the same time, I think this is actually really damn good. I don't even know what you're trying to say.
Hey Nick, isn't it wonderful that somebody's being more annoying today than me?
All right, so I'm gonna give it 9.5 for the style and 9.5 overall. And I'm gonna mute my. Jesus Christ! Alrighty. Alrighty, let's.
I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. I just realized that.
Let's put Redbeard up, and you can read the
Neither
comments.
have
And by
I.
the way, hi
got
Paul,
one 2
cheers,
weeks.
see you in the comments. And I'm gonna do the math.
I guess we were at like Kent had said something about Greg in his youth. I guess the Mr. T thing or something.
Yeah.
And then Lee had said, "Oh fuck, Nick has finally been kicked out of the house." And then, or is it the other way around? And Scott is kicked out.
Scott's
Yeah,
kicked
it's
out.
Nick's still home. Scott was
I'm
kicked
home.
out.
Scott's over there. about to get
Scott's kicked out.
Scott's kicked out. He'll never see his kid again. It's just it's a word. It's a whole sad thing. We're not
It was
going
like
to.
Jerry
Long
Springer.
walk
They
back
did a
to
paternity
Coral Lane.
test.
And then Paul had said the thin thing, swimming the sewage. # Dark Seaman.
Yeah.
And then Lee said, like Dark Seaman. And suddenly half the panel knows why they were aroused this whole time.
Yes, they do.
There you go.
I already knew. This
half the panels are roused
beer.
because it's a fucking good beer.
oh.
Yeah,
And
the
also,
other half is one
Anniversary. Well,
why we
on
like
my
it so much.
anniversary, I'm not sure what he means by that. Paul's anniversary. Is Paul married? Paul isn't married, is
He
he?
was
He's
married.
not currently married, I believe.
Unless he got married.
Yeah, so I'm not
last
sure
time
what
he
his
got-
I'm not sure what's the anniversary of for you, Paul. But
Maybe it's
Cheers.
his divorce
Cheers.
anniversary.
Ooh.
and then replying to Lee's comment, Paul says, "But they won't admit it." And then Paul says, "93 garbage." He told Nick to calm down. Lee says, "Congrats on 9 years, Paul," and said, "Thanks, brothers. Cheers." 9 years, what?
I don't know. Maybe he's been on YouTube, but he
Yeah,
doesn't
so long
he
as
doesn't
it's
really
his
do
divorce.
anything on YouTube anymore. So
Yeah. Regardless, let us know what that is, Paul, and for cheers to your anniversary, whatever that might be.
yeah,
guess
cheers
it's
to you, you dark semen stained bastard.
And he
Well,
just said on YouTube. Okay, so he's been on YouTube for 9
I don't
years.
think he
Cool.
did anything on YouTube anymore. But wait, isn't he that Teku Murray fella?
Paul doesn't post as much as he was doing. Like he was doing that whole Paul painting with Paul thing.
Yeah,
Bob
then I
Ross
think
style
that
stuff.
wasn't.
And then he had his internet and the subscriber thing changed, I think, for live streaming or some crap like that. And also he has really bad internet. So
Yeah,
but
because he lives.
I'm trying to help him out right now. I'm currently in the process of buying 2 of his fancy painted saws.
I think there was some kind of bullshit going on with
Paintings are
YouTube
nice.
before they took
Very nice.
Google Hangouts offline. That he couldn't stream unless he had enough subscribers, and I think they changed that again. But it was really fucking stupid.
Yeah, and I think his internet, I think, is kind of shitty though. At the same time, so he's had some issues with that.
All right, so
But
let's.
his paintings, if anyone wants to look on, I believe on Facebook, if you look Paul's paintings, he's on there, and you can, glorious, very very talented individual.
Yeah, I gotta
So-
look at his paintings.
There's a little bit of Vash and Scott that are to blame for overall,
Well,
coming down.
you know
to
what?
8-6.
Overall, it's a group consensus.
I think I gave it
and-
a pretty honest score, man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Same
You
here.
went low, Ashley. You went so low. Terrible.
I mean,
A 7.75 for personals. I
He
gave it
went
an
low.
8 out of 10. Like this isn't world class.
to be fair,
Did you hear what Nick said about it in the beginning? It is
Scott
world class.
Lauder
This
boy,
one.
but
Hey,
Ashley,
Oh,
the
come
original
on.
Double Tempest is world class. This one apparently isn't, depending upon who you ask.
Actually,
But
when
I
I'm
totally
here's
when
how-
I'm
agree
at your
with you.
house with no shirt on, you caused this.
You know,
I
I
will
do, I
digress,
get what
that
Ashley,
was the OG Tempest.
I do get what Ashley is saying, where it's kind of like a little boozy in the finish.
Here's
Like,
the
it's
great
not-
thing. Here's the
It's
great
not
thing
so much
about beer.
spicy
It's,
peppery in the finish. It's
beer
boozy,
beer
but
is
I do find
greatly
this is really good.
subjective, so it's okay.
Where did that picture come from?
Greg's
That's
on tap.
in my house.
That's what I was
That's
just thinking. I was just
that's
thinking.
what
I
he's
That's,
looking
swiped that off your untapped, Greg.
that's awesome.
you bastard.
That's a nice picture you took there,
Nick,
Greg. I like
that
is a nice
picture is
picture, actually.
copyrighted. I expect 10% of all your profits from this show.
I'd go for
From
15,
this
but
episode.
whatever.
I that glass is just like
Sell your Camaro.
you never.
first.
You have to know the beer to know what the hell that glass means. But if you know, you know, and that's a cool glass. I like the glass.
I do like that glass, actually.
It's a nice glass. It really tied the room together.
Greg's drinking out of it now.
It appears that I am.
glass type.
You know what? It's one of my few nice glasses that I haven't broken. Every time I get a Bring Out Your Dead glass
if you
or
know,
a
you
nice
know,
Bellwoods
right?
glass, I always break them. This one I haven't broken so far.
Whose fault's that?
Well, it's my fault, but still.
I broke my Teku when I was in the trailer. Pretty sad about that.
My Trailway Teku, they had like the bubbles. They're all that broke. I was upset over that.
That was a
I
cool
love
glass.
that glass.
I just now realized that I haven't seen it in a while. Then now they mentioned
Yeah,
it.
it broke. It was my Trailway Teku. They had Trailway logos like bubbles all over the glass. I love that glass.
That was a really nice glass, dude. That's sad.
Can you get another one?
Nah.
I
Well,
will
maybe possibly if you luck out and find someone that's like getting rid of one, probably or something.
Well, if I go out to Fredericton and to their Valley Village, I might be able to find some Trailway
See if
glasses.
viewer has one. He's always getting rid of glasses.
Well, I've got other Tekus. Like I think Scott's drinking out of a Lindemans. It's not an official Teku, but it's like a Teku.
I will shed a tear for your lost Teku.
I have a soda. I have a Soda City, like not real Teku glass as well. It's yeah.
Oh god,
The real ones say Teku on the bottom. This is like a
Yeah.
knockoff.
Like I got a real Teku sitting up on the shelf there. I think no, it's upstairs. No, waiting to be washed.
Oh, we got
I got a Garrison Teku.
Paul agrees. 8.6, still good though overall. Yeah, it is good.
Yeah,
His
it's
mobile account is still not edgeable for mobile live streaming, so that's unfortunate. And he's killed every Teku he's owned. He loved his Lost Abbey Teku.
Oh, that was
And
nice.
damn,
Man, that would suck. A Lost
Fakus?
Abbey Teku.
I think you said damn Fakus. I think is what we're going for there. Fake
Damn
Tekus.
Fekus, feckless Fekus. But a Lost Abbey Teku, that would suck because that's like,
Yeah.
because that's like some super rare. Isn't it, where's Lost Abbey from? Is that from California? I know I've had Judgment Day before. Actually, Scott, I'm pretty sure has had Judgment Day because he was there the same night.
I was actually
It was-
given my first ever Teku by Lock Street in the Niagara area there.
Didn't you break it?
Yes,
Yeah,
it did.
bro, I broke that, and then
I
my
broke
buddy
my
Liam
Lock Street one
got
too.
my buddy Liam got me a new one, also Lock Street, which I also put my Redbeard sticker on. That's what I was using for the longest time, and that's the one that I had it on the rack thing in the trailer to dry, and I guess it was on the edge of it too much. And when I left the trailer and slammed the door,
Oh shit!
All I heard was smash.
Crash, bang, boom.
Yeah,
So this was recent. Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
And yes,
I thought you broke one at the the old apartment.
that's the first one I broke. Yeah, I actually when that one broke, I also broke my Big Water. Like there's a brewery here in town that I think is actually gone since the pandemic. Sadly, it was a small subscription brewery thing, which I think I lost a good $100 of my.
Oh, I remember
thing.
that.
Yeah, but
They're
they're glass.
You could go in and get like growlers or something.
Yeah, they have the big kind of weird bottle shaped growlers, but they're glass. I'd got it from a bar or something like that. A friend of mine smuggled it out for me, and it was like it's hard to explain. It just kind of like went like up and out. It was just this really unique beer glass, and I freaking loved it. And I was so sad when it broke. It was sad.
It's very sad. That's
Oh,
very
Well,
sad.
glasses don't always live forever. One of my
It just
favorite
gives you
glasses.
an excuse to buy a new glass. It's all good.
One of the favorite
The
glasses
Big
I
Water
ever
one
had.
you can't get anymore. It's kind of like the
One
next
one of my favorite glasses I ever had, and you guys will probably think this funny, but I brought it back from Ontario one year. It was Cameron's glass that I had. And
That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and I remember breaking it. It fucking sucked because I don't know why beer tasted pretty damn good coming out of that thing.
I have a weird O'Keefe glass that I like a lot.
the glass that I got from Ewart actually at Ashley's place.
I'm drinking my
The
Euro glass
big
right now.
kind of wine glass looking one that says Red Angel on it, whatever. That's actually become one of my more endeared glasses. I don't know. I love that glass. It's really cool.
So PA Brunius is saying, how's the new place going, Redbeard?
It's getting there. I'm enjoying it. It's all
He
right.
got himself a tree behind him.
There you go.
Lego
Bonsai.
tree.
Yeah, bonsai tree.
It doesn't grow. It
I could buy.
stays the
I could
same
buy. I could
size.
buy.
Yeah,
I could buy
totally.
pieces.
He totally could buy like more leaves for it.
If he trims the leaves, he just put the leaves back in the bag and reattaches them later.
I still have
It's
this. I haven't
Lego.
put together yet. This is like the bag for the like summer blossom bloom, I guess, whatever you want to call it. It can be like, it can look like this, or it can look all flowery. It's actually it's a really cool Lego model.
I feel that's
Right.
just a bag of weed.
That's
Not
some
wrong.
weird color for weed, but yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I,
so-
I don't know my weeds, so
It's a Lego one. Anyway, Lego weed. All right, so let's go. Like we did have Mr. Lee ask the magic question, so I'm going to introduce it.
oh, this is exciting.
This is actually something we've been planning for a couple of weeks now. No, it's not necessarily a new beer, but because it's the 4th anniversary of beer at BA 101, and of course, the logistics of finding new beers for us to do has become tricky over time because it all depends on like what can we get in New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Ontario, all at once, and then do reviews of it at the same time. So it's
Or who's going to ship stuff here and there, and
that so we've decided, like, along with our BYOB nights that we've been doing, we've decided that we're going to introduce 2 new segments. One of them is going to be what did we call it? It's like show and tell, but a show and swill. And it's going to be it's like BYOB, except for it's bring whatever cool new beer that you've got. Like, say if you got a really new barrel-aged Imperial Stout you want to bring, or you got this new IPA you got at a local bar, just bring it and then discuss why you brought it. And it'd be like BYOB, but like for the crazy new beer or interesting beer that you just got in the area. And the other new segment, which is the one we're going to do next week, is going to be a reanalysis episode. We're going to go back and look at re-anal. We're actually going to go back and look at other beers that we've done in the past that were of notable nature, and actually do like a reanalysis of it and see if we see what we think now. Like, now that 4 years have passed since the very beginning of BA 101, think about it. We've done over 100 different beers, maybe close to 200 beers now on this panel, and we've got a shit ton of beers that we could go back and look. So not so much to add interesting content, but it's kind of neat to go back and actually take a look and say, okay, like, for example, like MGD, we're not doing MGD next week, but we MGD was the one who always has the reputation. It's like, oh, we really liked it at the time. So what the hell? So it was kind of like always stood out as an outlier. It's like, why did we like that beer so much? So it's a perfect opportunity to go back and look at a beer that we've had before and reanalyze it and see, do we still think this? And we're going to go way back and take a look at the very first beer that we ever did on Beer Analysis 101. And go check out Coors Banquet, or Coors Original as it's called now. So next week is the first episode of Reanalysis 101, and we're going to do Coors Original.
That's kind of funny, as I think that was
Coors Banquet if you're American.
That was one of the first beers I actually did on my channel when I started doing like a daily drink vlog thing. I think it might have been the second or third one. So that's actually kind of funny that, like, I think I've had it a couple times since, but
so it's going to be a Carrie Reanal and a Nick Reanal.
What?
Reanal.
Air the first one.
Well,
We just re-upload the first episode. No.
That would be good. Actually.
we'll start.
I have to download it from Lee's channel.
You put all of us down the corner. We'll start by doing a reaction to that one. Could be kind of.
Actually,
Yeah,
that's
right.
not a terrible
Yeah.
idea.
I was like, oh my god, why did we watch this shit?
Can you believe Nick's haircut back then?
That's not a bad idea. I mean,
Re-up?
yeah, you
reaction video.
reacting to our old videos,
Highlights.
reacting to old analysis. That'd be
do
kind of
highlights of
fun.
the video first, and then you could do a re-up and update your score.
I was like, we'll all be talking about how much we miss Joe. Anyway, because Joe is heavy Joe usage in the first few seasons. Anyway,
Joe used to be a
what is it? Paul's like, I'm available, but not sure I could actually drink a banquet. Come on, Paul, you can do it.
I would love.
It's no worse than drinking beer. It's beer flavored water, basically. It's one of those beers. It's just like
Paul, if you can drink a pint of blood of your fallen victims, then you can drink a Coors Banquet.
But has he ever drank the blood of a victim that had recently drank a Coors Banquet?
I don't know.
If you could drink the vaginal fluids of one of your dead hookers, you could drink a Coors Banquet.
Jesus.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Nick getting his own hangout taken offline here.
I gotta say, I'm literally like the least offensive person here tonight.
Paul's like, I can be your
Good for the rest of
American.
you.
Our substitute American.
Paul, make sure you wear a uniform.
Oh, you
Yeah,
gotta
Paul
wear
has
a
to wear
uniform.
like Joe. Considering
No
now
command
that Joe's
uniform.
actually alive,
He'd show up in like
and
a
was
school.
cited at Matt's Beer Fest, or Matt's Beer Bottle Share. We know that Joe is still alive, so that in lieu of Paul has to wear the uniform. That's just like the consolation prize.
Congratulations,
Paul!
Paul.
Wearing a uniform.
You didn't murder Joe.
You've been proven innocent.
So said YouTube.
Well, that Paul's this comment was actually hidden. I'm not sure if it'll come out of the StreamYard. Paul's like, well, I have actually drank piss, so I guess I'll be okay. And he also said, I'll join next week. I'll get his SS outfit out.
Well, I gotta say, I did not see that coming.
Stormtrooper said.
Great for Nick's channel. Oh dear.
Yeah, no. All I can say to that is 9. Alrighty.
I'm not sure if that's the right move, Nick.
That is definitely not the right move. Definitely not the way to Hitler.
Did anybody say it? Yeah, I did not see that one coming.
Did not see that coming.
I did say it, but you guys talked
Did
over
you?
me, so
Oh,
it probably
sorry,
didn't
buddy.
come out.
Sorry, man.
But I did not see that coming.
Good Lord.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys.
Good times.
I do not condone.
We're not panzering for more views here, so it's
Pantsering.
No, that's a new one. I haven't heard that. That was good right there. I like it. Yeah. Nobody here, as far as I'm aware, is any kind of racist person. We just make stupid jokes sometimes. That's all.
Man, can we like blitzkrieg to the exit button?
yeah, we're gonna blitz to the exit here.
Let's concentrate on the things we need to talk about here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say, every joke-
Actually, yours was a bit forced there. That was a bit forced.
That was
Blitzkrieg one.
Because every joke going through my head right now
Did you
does
hear
come
what
off
Scott-
a little too much, so I'm gonna just be like, nope. We'll leave it safe for the offline chat.
This conversation is a gas.
All right, that's
Oh my God, I was gonna
Chamber.
Thank you,
go there.
Chambers.
I was gonna go there, and
Thanks,
Scott's
thanks, Paul. Thanks, Craig. For
penis,
being
penis,
there.
penis.
And who else is there? Lee, whatever. Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
Scott, go have a
Thanks for that,
shower.
Craig. No, fuck you, Ewart. And
We'll talk to you guys later.
I'll have a shower in Nick's place.